Hi there, and welcome to Simple Creations by Shanda. In today's video, I want to share with you how I make these snow globe pins for my craft fair. These are not only great craft fair items, but they would be great for birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, stocking stuffers, or just any occasion. And so I thought they turned out really pretty, and I wanted to share them with you. Even though I've shared a tutorial in the past how I make shaker pins out of these, for my craft fair I wanted to make something a little different. And I did try to find a different type of pin that I could customize, but I just was not successful in finding something new. So I bought these pins, and they're similar to the ones that I made shaker pins out of, but I made water globe or snow globes out of these instead of shaker pins. So I'm showing you some that I've made, and I think they turned out really pretty. Like I said, they are similar to the ones I've already made, but they are a little different, and I like to offer pins at my craft fairs just because I sell journals and notepads, and I just feel like, you know, it's just, it's just items that go together. So this purple one's really pretty, and we're gonna make a couple today. I will show you this one. It did not turn out very well at all, and I'll explain later what happened with this one. It was the type of glitter I used, and it just got really dark. So I'll tell you how to not do that, and we're going to make two pins together. I bought these pins from Amazon. I will link all of my supplies that I'm using in this video. I will link it below so that you can see exactly what I'm using here. You can purchase that if you want to make these the way I did. And I just thought these turned out really pretty. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to be using these two pins. As you can see, they do come individually wrapped. I purchased these from Amazon. They came in a pack of 27, and I paid, with tax, it was $31, but I believe if you choose subscribe and save, then you save like $5 on your purchase. But anyway, I'm going to be using this tiny funnel and this really helpful, it's like a beading scoop. I'm going to be using that. I may need some Q-tips, and I'll explain what you can use that for if you need to. I wanted to show you the glitter that I'm using before I get started. Now, I bought this glitter from Michael's. I did get it on clearance. These are really big bags, and I got them on clearance for just a couple dollars each. I got them last year, so I'm sure they're still available. It looks like this is an item that you use, maybe people used to make tumblers, maybe, but I mean, it's glitter, so you can just use it for whatever. And from what I understand, polyester glitter is the best way to make snow globes. And this is polyester glitter, so that worked out good. But I also used this glitter I got from Walmart. It's a chunkier kind. These are more fine glitters. And this one's a little chunkier. And they do have a different look to them. So this glitter is the one that did not work very well. It turned the color of the water really dark. And this is something my daughter gave me. She used to make slime with it. So I learned my lesson on that. And I will not be using that one again. And then I used this one too, and it turned out okay. It's a chunkier glitter with a green tint to it. So anyway, those are the glitters I'm using today. I'm actually going to be using this color and this holographic one here. I love the way that one turned out. So we're going to be using those together. I will be gluing these pins together. I'll be using E6000 for that. In my last tutorial, I forgot to share that I glued those together. And some people were really concerned about safety. So, you know, as far as like maybe kids using them and, you know, them coming apart and having beads inside, which, you know, was understandable. But anyway, I did use these little containers that I got at Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 8, and it came in handy for this project. So you'll see how I use these little containers. All right, so what we need to do first is put some glitter in the container, and then we're going to use some alcohol, and this is crucial. I tried several different ways of making these snow globe pins, and I had some fails. I thought maybe using glycerin and water would work well, but it did not work well. I found that the glitter stuck to the glycerin that was mixed in with the water, and oh, I'm making a mess here. Oh goodness. And yeah, so I just had a fail with that one. So I found that if you just use water, it works just fine. And but the key is to soak your glitter in alcohol, and you just want to add enough just to make it liquidy, so that it can move around and mix in freely there. So you just want to shake it up there, and for some reason the alcohol keeps the glitter from clumping inside the snow globe pin. I'm going to clean up my mess here real quick. This little vacuum is so handy. I'll list this in the description below too. My daughter got me that for Christmas, and I just really, I love it. It helps keep my desk really clean with those tiny particles. Okay, so enough talking. So I think I'm going to, we're going to do this one first. And what you want to do is gently pull this apart and it just twists out. It isn't threaded, it's just, you just twist it. And we're going to lay this to the side. And be careful because there is a tiny ring here. And it doesn't really serve a big purpose, but it does make the pen look finished. So you want to be careful not to lose that. You're just going to pop out your stopper here. And use your little funnel. Make sure that's in there mixed up real good. And then I'm going to use some distilled water. I think it's important to use distilled because tap water, I think, gets yucky after a while. And so distilled is important. That's what I've read anyway. So just going to fill this about halfway, a little less. And then I'm going to pour in my glitter mixture here. Now you can add too much glitter and it can make it, let's see, it can make it like kind of stop up, you know, like the bubble doesn't move freely. It's like the glitter gets stuck on the air bubble in there. And so what you want to do is add a little bit. And then put your stopper back in. I'm making a mess here, so I want to wipe it off. Make sure it's dry so you can get your stopper in there and it'll stay. And be sure to leave enough air for the bubble to move. Now, if you get it a little too full, you can use your Q-tip and just barely touch it, and it'll soak up just enough so that you can have enough air to move through your glitter. And we're just going to gently mix it. I found that if you shake it really hard, you get a bunch of tiny bubbles instead of one big bubble, and it doesn't look as pretty. I hope you can see this. These are so cute. Now, I know that the glitter doesn't stay suspended for very long, but I think they still turned out okay. And I just haven't figured out what type of liquid, other type of liquid to use in here other than water. I'm thinking maybe mineral oil, but I haven't tried that yet and I didn't have any. So we're just going to go with, we're going to stick with water for now. And yeah, so you be sure to put your little ring back on there. And then once I get the other one made, I'll come back and glue these on. Show you how to do that. So you just slide it back in, and that's the part that I'm going to glue back to, or glue together. And isn't that so pretty? The top of this screws off, but it's solid up there. I'm not sure why they make the top to screw off, but I just wanted to mention that in case you got it and thought maybe there was a purpose for it, but I can't figure one out. While I'm thinking about it, I wanted to show you all how to replace the ink cartridge, in case you're interested, you know, in offering those in your craft fair, or to, you know, if you make these for yourself, then you may want to know how to replace the ink cartridge. And so you just twist it out, and there's your little cartridge. You can buy these on Amazon. I will list it in my description box below. But this little silver thing, it just pulls out, and you just put it back in there, and it just pushes right in, just like that. And that way they're refillable, so you can keep them for a long time. So there's that one. I'm going to use a different color glitter for the next one. I just put the lid on it, and then when I want to use this glitter again for another one, then I already have a container for it. So as you can see, I made one earlier with this pretty glitter here. So there's already a little bit still in there, and sometimes it stays wet. So let me rinse this in the trash real quick. That way I don't get a different color in my snow globe pen. Okay. So we're going to use the other colored glitter. We're going to be using this one. Hopefully I don't spill it this time. Now this one seems to have a little chunkier pieces in it than the iridescent glitter that I used. So it does give a little bit of a different effect. Put a little bit in there. I tell you, when I got done making these, I had glitter everywhere. I mean, you get glitter in places you just didn't know glitter could go. Alright, so you just shake that up a little bit. I hope I didn't get too much. Sometimes I add a little bit too much alcohol, and then, you know, these are easy to correct. If you make a mistake, you can always just pour it out. You know, pour it out of your pen and just start over. And I have done that several times. So, anyway. Okay, so we're just going to pull this apart gently. Lay it to the side. There's your stopper. Little ring there. And I found that the longer this sits in the alcohol, the better it flows. I'm not sure why. It just seems to work that way. So I'm just going to do the same thing. And I've got these bottles. These are just condiment bottles I got at Dollar Tree. This little funnel I did buy on Amazon, and this little thing here I got on Amazon, and I'll list those for you if you're interested in getting those. Now I don't know how these do long term because I haven't made them before. With the alcohol in there, I don't know, you know, if the alcohol will dissolve quickly or not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I think that's what crafting's all about. Just take chances and figure it out. Alright. Now it looks like this one, because I already had glitter in there and it sat in the alcohol all day, it looks as though the alcohol is pulling the color off of the glitter. And I think that's okay if you like the way it looks. But just know that some glitters are going to do that. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here and shake it up gently. As you can see, the water looks pink there. But that's okay. I think it's pretty. As long as it doesn't turn out like that red one. That red one, I think I'm just going to have to pour it out and start over. Good thing I didn't glue it together yet. So, okay. Just gonna put this ring back on. That looks good. And I'm gonna put this away and glue my pins together. I wish this thing was level. It comes in handy, but I'm not sure why it's a little warped. Okay, so I'm using E6000 just because I know it works good. If you have a glue you trust, you use that. So I wish I had a tip on this E6000, like a fine skinny tip, so that I could squeeze it onto here with that tip, but these tiny tubes don't come with the tips. So I'm just going to improvise. Now what I want to do is, oh, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong direction. I'm just going to place glue around the stopper so that that will glue shut. And when I place it into the barrel, it will also glue in there. Now I did get a little on the outside, so that's the messy part. But I do know the E6000 make these really secure, and it's a good glue to use. It's just better to have that fine tip, that detail tip. I just don't have one. So anyway, we're going to glue this other one on here. Oh, keep going the wrong direction. I have a lot of old rags in my craft room. When we grow out of t-shirts or they get too old, if they're not able to be donated, I cut them up and use them as rags in my craft room. So that's it. That's how you make these snow globe pins. I think these would be great gifts for Christmas or any occasion. And if you have any questions about anything that maybe I forgot to mention in this video, please let me know. I'll respond to every comment that you guys leave. And I think that's all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Oh, I forgot to mention, I wanted to come back and mention that I have not yet decided how much I'll be selling these for. I know a lot of people who do craft fairs and want to know what other crafters charge at their craft fairs. They like to know prices. I have not done the math yet to figure out how much I might charge for these, but more than likely they'll probably be around $4 or $5. I'll have to do the math to see how much each one cost. And but the shaker pins I sold in my last craft fair, I sold them for $5. but I had planned to sell them for 4 in my April craft fair that I didn't get to do. But yeah, I just want to come back and share that with you in case you were interested. Thank you all so much for watching.